Hello everybody and welcome to the World of Warcraft. Now, I'm not entirely sure how long of a series I'll do of this. If you guys enjoy it, and as long as no one complains a lot, I will continue with it all the way up until 110, maybe even do dungeons and raids in the end. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to sound very different for the next few days of recording. My headset did kind of break on me, and I'm not going to be getting a new one until Wednesday, I believe. But yeah, I'm going to set up my character here real quick, make sure that all my action bars are set up. And I only have one ability other than my racial ability. So yeah, let's get started. I won't be reading any of the questing lines except for if I absolutely have to for the sake of knowing what I have to do. To start off, it's going to be kind of slow because I don't have any of my really good abilities. Here in interface, controls, auto loot, I want that. But yeah, I play this game a lot, so I figured why not play this for YouTube. It's something I really enjoy, and I know that there are a lot of fans of the game out there. Literally, there are millions and millions of players across all the different servers. I prefer to play on the more private PvE servers. Not a big fan of PvP, unless like I just hop into a battleground or something for some good gear or something of the sorts. But it's very rare that I actually do anyway. Now there are points where my computer isn't very good at handling the frame rate at even a very, very low graphic settings, such as in the Dalaran in Legion. It's very hectic and very, very laggy. I'm lucky to get a few frames per second usually. So I'm going to put my brand new gloves on and go back into the fight. Now I'm really hoping that the not having my headset and my microphone, I'm really hoping it won't affect my gameplay, which it honestly shouldn't, so now I do have a few preferred kind of characters that I usually play on a day-to-day basis. There's my Death Knight and my Monk. The Monk is my healer, and my Death Knight is tank and DPS, which I absolutely love doing, tanking or DPS, depending on what we're doing. Like raiding, I do a lot of DPS. And when I'm doing dungeons, it's tanking. The Monk, I just got him up to 110 the other day. I haven't really gotten to do much practice in healing, haven't even taken it down into a dungeon or anything like that. So that will be a future event. Now my guild, I I don't think that I'll put this character into the guild. However, when we do raids and dungeons on, like when I'm on my Death Knight, I will try and record that as often as possible. We just did a raid last night. Well, at least we tried to finish it. We were on the last boss, but we couldn't finish it in time. There we go, I just got Judgment. That'll help me quite a bit there. Honestly, it is really slow at first before I get my first mount. Like even then, I'm only going at about half the speed as the maximum is on ground. By the time I reach 60, I will be able to fly though, so that'll be good. Something I don't like, yeah, my DPS meter that I have down here. Yeah, I didn't know that it doesn't show, like, small amounts of DPS. It only shows in the thousands, which I won't be getting 1,000 DPS for quite a while, pretty much. Like, right now, my weapon does half a damage per second, and I do about 32 or 21 damage per hit until I get really geared up. And honestly, who knows? Maybe I might see some people out in the game. My Death Knight though, my monk has the same name. He's on Steamwheel Cartel. You'll see him on Kirin Tor, which I'm on right now. I mean, if you're on Kirin Tor, if you're on Steamwheel Cartel, I can't remember what the other server is though, but they're a combined server, so you'll be able to see me on any of those. If you're on any of those three, either on this character as Vannon or the other character, which is a Draenei monk. My Death Knight, you might see him around. He's my main character. His name is Arromar, A-R-R-O-M-A-R. I'm just about everywhere all the time, so you'll probably see me or not even notice me. Like, it all just depends on how actively you look. Probably gonna do either 20 or 30-minute videos on this. In between, I will kind of work on fixing stuff. I did notice that I have Pawn downloaded. You can see down here. I'm just gonna give you a quick look. It basically helps me with gear values, but the issue is that they give you these scales and none of them are built properly, so I actually have to go and manually do them. I will do this in between recording this video and the next one, so that will be very helpful when it comes to gearing up my character, because honestly there's no actual way to tell what gear is best to use and which gear isn't, unless you use something like Pawn, where it tells you where you have the values of each of what you need for each class. Like, say this one, I think that my I can't pull it up right now, but I'd assume my main stat here should probably be strength and stamina, depending on what I do with my thing. Like stamina, it'll be mainly if I decide to go into tanking, which that's kind of why I went with a paladin. I do enjoy tanking a lot, and this is one of the classes that's really built for more tanking than most other ones. Like my Death Knight, the reason I don't tank in raids with it is because of honestly, it doesn't have a whole lot of damage mitigation, which Paladins have a lot more, especially being that they have the shield, which puts a ton of extra damage mitigation on, because you could have armor on it, whereas Death Knights only use swords, and well, they don't use shields, let's put it that way. It is nice that, like, I could kind of plow through all this, though. It's very simple. I'm not gonna read any of the questing stuff. It'll take up too much time. If you guys want to read it, you could stop whenever I go to pick up a quest or turn one in. Perfectly fine if you do that. I probably won't get any of my friends in on this. I only have one other friend other than, like, people from my guild, which I don't want to bother them with having to come into the YouTube videos. I have one friend that does play this game. I haven't done any YouTube videos with him at all, so you guys won't recognize him, but he does play this a lot as well. I mean, not as much lately as he used to, but every now and then him and I would hop onto some characters and play, but not very often. Now, as you could tell, like, we're 12 minutes into this video and I'm already level 4. It's not gonna be this fast at all once we get like towards like the 70s and 80s. Like, literally, it'll take hours between level ups. Now, it would help me a lot with, in this case, like, I don't know what's better for what. Like, if I were to hover over this, it would tell me, like, if I set up my scales properly, it would tell me this is better for, this is an upgrade, this is an upgrade, this, how much of an upgrade this would be. It's very helpful when it comes to knowing what gear is perfect for what. There was an opening intro video. It didn't load in properly, so I'm not gonna put that in there. I'll try to find, if I could find a clip of it, I'll try to get a recording of it and show you guys, like, put it onto the beginning with my after my intro. That way that you guys can that way you guys can kind of tell a little bit more about what's going on in the story, because this is, I think we're 6 expansion packs into the game now. First one was Burning Crusade. I'm not going to count the vanilla game. The first one was Burning Crusade, then there was Wrath of the Lich King, then there was Cataclysm, then there was Mists of Pandaria, then there was Warlords of Draenor, and now we are on Legion. So yeah, there are 6 expansions, not including the vanilla game. There will be bits and pieces of the older expansions that will be left out, like back during Wrath of the Lich King, when you first when you did the one quest line and it gave you an amazing cinematic, that is still there, but the guy that you see at the end of it, there used to be a quest where you would actually go into the Undercity, which is the undead's main city, which it kind of sucks that I won't be able to go in there at all and see anything of that, but you go in there and the guy from the cinematic who leads the Forsaken, which they are completely against both the Horde and Alliance, There used to be a quest where you'd go under the Undercity, and you would go to fight him and his minions. That has been taken out of the game. I really wish it wasn't. It was such an experience watching my parents do that back when they used to play. My mom does still play. But yeah, really glad to finally be doing this. I've wanted to record videos of this for, God, maybe pretty much since I started doing YouTube earlier in the year, but, well, not really earlier in the year. It was like a couple months ago that I started back up again. But yeah, like, this game, honestly, I played this since I was like 7 on and off, but like when I was 7, I didn't really play it for the gameplay. I was more, well, you know, I was immature, didn't know exactly what the whole goal of the game was. I barely even broke level 30, and like after a few years of not having played it, I really wanted to get back into the game, and I'm glad I did with my mom. Yeah, so far I'm already looking pretty well geared up. I'm still missing a lot of stuff. Like, I don't have fingers, I don't have wrists, I don't have my trinkets, necklace, shoulders, or a helm. That won't take me very long to get, honestly. Now, the thing is that I lose my weapon if I choose that right now, but in the late game, once I get a sword or something else, I'm going to need that, so... Or at least something one-handed. That's what I need right now. Also, between recordings, I think I'm going to I'm going to go and pick professions depending on what would be good. Most of my profession work I'll probably just do off camera unless it's something fun, like, you know, go kill this guy or something like that. But if I'm just going out and farming materials, not gonna burden you guys and make you watch that. I know it's not fun. I don't even like it that much, honestly, but it has to be done if I want to be able to make gold or something like that. Honestly, most of it, I'll probably just get 2 gathering professions and sell the materials I get from that. I don't really keep that stuff anyway, but I'll keep it right now anyway. There's my rest gear. Still wish that I had something one-handed. Now, I could either go to Stormwind right now, which is probably a good idea to start off with. I'll show you guys the elegant city of Stormwind. Now you can see I have flight paths in all the way up in Dunmorrow. Not Dunmorrow. Well, it was up here somewhere. But anyway, I have flight paths up there. Oh yeah, it was Dunmorrow, duh, because this would be Ironforge right here. That's the second Alliance main city. You won't see it very much, but Stormwind is the main city, and everyone loves seeing it. It's very big. It's honestly a very beautiful city. There's a lot of crap to be done here too, like. Now I did break my glasses earlier today, so they're kinda. I had to glue the ear cover back on, which kinda sucks. Oh, of course. This is something I wish I kinda didn't have to do, because now they're gonna send me back and forth between everybody. This guy wants me to go get wine. Wine is not in this building, alright. Yeah, it's kind of slow getting around until I reach level 20, which it's only 15 more levels away. I level pretty fast. This really... crap. It's all on the outside, which is kind of a pain. Honestly, I'm probably just going to... yeah, I think I'm going to cut this video here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next episode.